We continue to talk about automotive sunshade with Brian Zheng's patented product. And this is the patented product and popped up by itself. And as a shade, cover the windshield of the automotive, and it's approximately, right now this is 30 inches by 60 inches diameter of the shades. In front is a nylon taffeta made by DuPont material, nylon taffeta, or not, actually this is nylon rip stop. Fancy, I guess. That's all the fabric name. And then the rear end is black to block the lights, make people feel like cooler. So that is the automotive sunshade as the video, as the monitor shows. Cover popped up. Okay, you can open them, and then inside the vehicle, you hit where any glasses doesn't hurt because it's soft spring loaded, and it's folding like, like taco shell, I guess. Make it like taco shell, one other, see, this just twist, or one in and one cover. Well done. Folding and pop up. Folding, pop up, folding, pop up, folding, pop up. Interesting, huh? This is the sunshade we're talking about, and this is the sunshade we're talking about. And also there is a window shades, and same thing, pop up, open, popped up, and twist and fold, and popped up. So that is the sunshade we're talking about, and that is the product, people still selling it. And this is, I bought from Costco. And this is the previous, long time ago, I made a flyer. At that time, no internet, we rely on photo, print. And also the rear end is, the back view is the folding method. I don't have the video luxury to show how to fold in the store sometimes. So I have to make the flyer, especially when you go to deal with the tray. So you use them. And this is the copy of the pattern for my sunshade, and the reason I make the copy is easier for people to read. This is the part copy. This is the copy of, we can take closer, how this, you can go to Google, pattern search, type up the name Zheng, or collapsible sunshade, boom, my name, my pattern will show up like that. And that's also the pattern we had here for the sunshade, and the plaque I made to hang on the walls. And that's another sunshade with a pattern for the collapsible side window shades. And that's later on the continuation of the pattern for the sunshade. And also the folding method of the sunshade. With the loop, we can use wire or a line to pull it up, fold. And also there is a convertible sunshade, which the pattern is still alive. If someone wants to manufacture for this product, is more than welcome. We can talk about licensing program. All the patterns here, it's a lot of patterns. I don't know how to begin with, tell you how much money I waste or I used to file patent to protect idea one of the other. Not necessarily every idea works, or every patent is valuable, or every different patterns of this, tons of different patterns. Okay, it's all different patterns I had. So many of them to protect the sunshade only. So that's how the business start with the pattern. Now, I'm going to talk about in this section of the video. I would love to talk about the patterned item, how I make them out. At the beginning, I do make this prototype. The prototype is very simple, just my best sheet cover, my best sheet. I cut them off and then put two metal loops inside, and then I asked my friend Joyce to use her little toy-ish battery or electricity power of sewing machine to help me sew them together. It proved working sample. Working prototype is very, very, very important. The reason I'm saying this is the prototype, it really helped me to identify whether my concept works not only from the sketch pad, but also in the physical form and shape, and also in the physical material. So that is also very important for proof of concept. And later on, I use this item to walk to the factory, walk to the manufacturer, to work with them to build factory production ready sample. That prototype also helps. With the factory prototype, I can take them to go to talk to my rep, talk to my sales rep, and talk to my marketing people, and talk to my buyers. In the trade, I need to deal with my buyer. Now at that time, we talk about big box retailer buyer, Walmart, Target, Kmart, Sears, Pep Boys, AutoZone, Craig Auto, Price Club, which is already bought by Costco. Costco pays Sam's Wholesale, Brookstone, Shopper Image, the QVC, Home Shopping Network, and Hammaker Schremer. All these names, some of you guys heard about, some of you guys never heard about. And you know, those just, they all, most of them, half of them are gone already because they've been knocked down by Amazon, knocked down by e-commerce, knocked down by Wayfair, knocked down by Hayes Needles, knocked down by Walmart.com. All these .com are eating up the retail, which is different story we talk about. I'm only talking about the prototype, which is very helpful for trade, for marketing, for sales, for production, for proof of concept, and for you to even take your concept to the marketplace. This prototype, maybe you need to have first level prototype, and then second level prototype. First, maybe it's look like. Maybe it's a function like, work like first. And then look like. But it is still look like. Doesn't mean exactly it is what it is. So therefore, you need to, even in prototype, we have 1 or 2, 3 levels. Depends how you do that. Depends how you want to do that. I don't have a second, or I don't have a third level prototype. I just made a best sheet prototype. Right away, I got into this samples because it's cut and sew material, very low, how do I describe, low expense, very low expense to make this item because it's a fabric cut and sew, no molding, no hard plastic or clay modeling. Low curve to overcome, in low cost to overcome. So that is a prototype. But you know what? This product, I sold millions of them. Other people, other companies throughout the 20 years I'm telling you, if I'm not over exaggerating, more than 80, 90 million pieces being shipped into the US soil from the maker in China, various makers in China to make this, and various makers in maybe even in Vietnam, Southeast Asia, Taiwan, shipped by the US company, US importer, US retailer, US wholesaler, ship this item. I am telling you, I'm not over exaggerating. This had more than 800 million pieces been sold throughout the last 20 to 30 years, 20 some years in the US. And throughout the world, I guarantee you this product being sold over billion pieces. Billion with a B. Billion pieces being sold in the world market. So that is the story about this sunshade. Now we're talking about pattern. By talking about pattern, this is the copy of the pattern. This is the cover, and there's multiple different pattern eventually related to this idea. And I just made a continuation pattern. I also made a modification pattern. I also make the so-called side shade pattern for the side window and the rear side window while you're driving the vehicle. So that is the patterns we are talking about. We are now talking about legal protection. The legal protection about this business is ugly and it's very muddy because of low entry level to bring the product in, to make the product. So there's a huge knockoff community after I launch my product. This first year I'm in business, I involved 9 litigation lawsuits to sue the infringement, to sue the company who brought the infringement product in the US market. If you're not filing lawsuit, if you're not taking legal action to protect your business, to protect your product, then why are you even bothered to file patent documents, to file patent to protect yourself? Then don't even bother. So that is a different philosophy. That's different thinking. So I did the traditional or legal way, or a very costly process or very costly way of protecting my item, which is file patent and then file lawsuit, fight. I became to a half of the legal lawyer. I guess I'm half a legal litigator too, or patent application lawyer, by being involved so many patents throughout the years, and also in so many times I spent my time in the federal court to battle with the infringement, since the IP law is a federal law. So I have to go to the federal court in downtown LA to battle with the infringement, to battle with the lawsuit. But after years, after 5 to 6 years continuation of a lawsuit, I earned the reputation of fighting hard, fighting like mad crocodile to protect my intellectual property. So the knockoff getting diminished little by little. And eventually I decided to sell the company and sell the concept to walk away this muddy litigation situation and ugly business swamp, which built by several suppliers of auto sunshade, whether they're selling the roll-down sunshade or they're selling the accordion sunshade, whether they're selling the pop-up sunshade copy like mine or exactly like mine or variation of mine, is still, this industry is getting very ugly and also gets into a limited growth potential. So therefore, I decided to walk away from it and sold the business, sold the product concept. Let those people fight among each other. Let them fight with each other, among each other, to kill themselves. They all deserve each other because they're all knockoff infringement company. So eventually, I let them deal with themselves. Then I walked away. So that is also important. When you find out you are not making exactly the money you want, and you're not dealing with the people who has a decent practice in the industry, your choice can be selling your concept or license your concept to those people. Let them fight. Let them fight like their own ugly crocodile in the muddy swamp of the legal battle. So I think that's the so-called the information I want to relate within this video. Thank you very much.